Lads, you're locked in with Lunch Talks, yeah? Locked in with Lunch Talks. This video, what's this video about? This is lunchtime struggle with the system, innit? And this is why I tell my young brothers and sisters, you know, when it comes to navigating your life, you know, especially to the ones that come from the same type of background from my perspective, innit? The ends, the community, the struggle, the ghetto, you know. So I represent, so I tell people, around my side ain't nothing pretty, because this is reality. You know, the glamorous and the fame and fortune and anything else, that's for them. It's not for Lunchtime's portion, because that's not where I come from. Anyway, in that manner, right, I did ask the question on Facebook though. I did ask the question on Facebook, and I did get quite reasonable responses and whatnot. This was to do with a DBS format, right, where for me, this is why the system is confusing to me, and this is why it's confusing to man, because at the end of the day, yeah, I applied as normal through Indeed. The application was viewed and accepted. They gave me an interview over the phone. That went well. They invited me for a trial day. That is their procedure and their format kind of thing, you know. Boom, that went well. I went home. They've emailed me. They've said that the job is yours, subjected to, yeah, 2 clear references, boom, and a clear DBS check, no problem, yeah. The problem at hand, though, I mean, not at hand, the problem, yeah, that we did struck up on, right, is the fact that, yeah, the DBS is a major, because obviously working with children and everything else, I'll never rub that out. That is a level of importance. However, yeah, I've already been invited into a nursery, yeah, without these checks, you know. And furthermore, yeah, I could have had anything on my record. Now, I got a standard DBS, you know, paid for it out of my own pocket and whatnot, no problem. That's not what they needed. They needed the enhanced one. I left the UK due to the system being absolutely disgraceful, aligning people's faces, because you can give them COVID and say stay inside and everything else and whatnot, but you can't give a man like Lunchtime this, innit? Because I'm gonna know that it's bullshit. Yeah, I'm gonna know that it's bullshit. All these things has been reasons and factors of why my career hasn't really taken off, because I'm always on it to challenge everything, gang, innit? Everything. But at the end of the day, yeah, for me, it's to lay out the factors, well, to be like, wow, these are the reasons why young boys will actively just get frustrated and just start making illegal money, innit? Because of these formats. And that's not me promoting that lifestyle. It's not. It's just things like this where become a line of unfairness. I waited for my DBS form for almost 3 months, yeah. In my original documents, they said that some of the addresses on my form weren't matching with some other records. My second one, I've got it in my hand, so it's come back clear. You know, I got 2 for 2. I got 2 for 2, an enhanced one and a standard one. You know, and both of these, yeah, I paid, yeah. And it's not about what I paid, because one was £25 and one was £60. I don't care if it was £1 or £100. At the end of the day, I want my money back, yeah, for wasting it on nonsense, because I don't have the position, yeah. This is BS, yeah. Actively as well in the system, all that should be on record though. It should automatically be on record, but this is the English system and whatnot, you know. And it's like, if you do not in real time sit and view my life from the internet perspective, you'll think I'll be creating all these things, and like, this is when my behaviors like semi unstable and whatnot, when the truth is, no, for me, I don't react nicely to betrayal. I don't react nicely to lies. I don't react nicely to you wasting my time. You know, I'm from places where time is everything, you know, it's everything. And these are the reasons and these are the formats of why I left the UK in the first place. Not because, not because you heard random rumors of goofies talking about, oh, they ran me out of the city, a city that I lived comfortably for almost 25 years of my life and whatnot, Not for these random things to be like, no, because their system was getting a lot. And my final straw, my final straw was the NHS talking about my first child, Azari Jordan and whatnot, that it was the placenta that got infected by COVID and all this nonsense and whatnot, And like they were at fault. They were at fault, but they don't want to admit that, you know. And for me, a person around me or whatever this that this could be family and friend, and they'll say to them and whatnot, with all due respect, I'm sorry. I am sorry, innit? But I can't be a bitch to the system. And I don't care. Like, obviously, at the end of the day, people like, move on. You might have other children or what. I want justice for Azari because she's my child, innit? My first at that. Yeah? I will try, getting that justice in any form I need to, because it's for me to find comfort and peace, you know, of why the situation happened. Boom. And just all these things of starting from scratch. And this is not an excuse again, but this is why I crashed out with a range of people, because the amount of money, the amount of time, the amount of mental, the amount of physical that all these storylines and just circling back, right, is a portion of why in this life and whatnot, I don't feel like full-time happiness can be delivered for me, you know, because of all these trials, tribulations, and me knowing how I'm gonna react to things. You get it? But patience, innit? Patience. And obviously with this, I'm gonna kind of give you guys more of an update and whatnot, because this is going to be a series, innit? Of a young black man actively trying to go through the system and everything else and whatnot, yeah? And blockbusters, you know, blockbusters. And I can show, you know, because it will be like, someone who complains, is it their fault or whatever this, that, but no, because it's not even a complaint. It's just that, make this make sense, innit? Make this make sense, yeah? Because I could have been, no, I couldn't have been none of them. However, you could have already invited, someone with a disgraceful record, and you had them around the children. Now, how is that a data protection of children? And then actually, when they actually go to get the job full time and whatnot, then is when they have to have the enhanced and everything behind. Like, you know, and this is our system. This is our country. No wonder it's a failing system. No wonder the GCSE levels and everything else and whatnot, over the last couple of years are in decline. No wonder, that this country from top to bottom, cost of living crisis and everything. No wonder, because on a format, you just gotta see the system, who's running England, and the actual people, the population within it and whatnot, from top to bottom, a range of absolute goofies. Not logical, not common sense, just goofies.